sliding in here. How are you guys? It feels like a long weekend. I'm not sure why. It is Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Feels like I've been a long time away, but I guess it's because Thursday mornings I do my lives at 10. And then we had a fun games night. Oh gosh, what a fun games night. We made cards like crazy with, this is my very favorite card. So I figured out, I made this card like back in May or something. I was thumbing through some pictures to find actually, so I did a really fun catalog launch in, I think it was May. April, I started advertising in April because I'm not a very fast advertiser, and I was looking for it to see what had I done and could I just reuse it basically with a couple changes, because I'm planning to go back to Innisfail, a golf course, beautiful, beautiful place to host a day event, a craft retreat of sorts, and so I'm doing that again on September 14th, I'm hoping. I've got to just confirm, well, I've got to confirm that a couple people would like to come, honest to goodness. And it is a small, intimate event, everybody, so come along. If you are Central Albertan, for sure come. Anyways, well, I was thumbing. I found this one. I was like, wow, I have had this set for a while. And I think I thought about it for a little while doing it, this one. But anyways, yeah, lots of fun. I used some of the paper that I earned from my April Better My Best from last year and whatnot. So anyways, putting those guys away. I got a box. How does that song go? Blues Clues guys, how do they sing that little song? Mail, 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 mail. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up. I think I did that once before. Hi Vicki, how you doing? I get to visit with Vicki tomorrow, so I'm excited. This is not for you. Oh, maybe you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe this is really good that it's coming right now. So there was a few papers on sale. Well, actually all of the DSP from the catalog, I think, if it's regular price. Oh, and I'm having a DSP share, so designer series paper and the 3 specialty papers, because it's $50 to have a quarter share of everything in the new catalog coming up. And I think it's a perfect idea. I think it's perfect. Quite a few of the papers are fabulous. Some of them would be fun to have some of. I honestly think that. I haven't seen them yet. But from what I'm looking at, it's not like, oh gosh, I need to have them. Now, of course, once we get them. But I have to say, most of the gals that do my shares, I don't know, out of, like, say, in this case, 10 different packages of papers, I think most of my gals maybe buy 2 or 3 full packs after. Like, they really are. Like, it's lovely. Like, for $50, you get a little bit of everything. And combined with everything we already have, it's actually really nice. You have enough to do anything that you see online that you're inspired by, and to try with whatever you want. But it's actually kind of ideal. Let's put it that way. So yes, actually, I think Vicki, this is some of your stuff. Woohoo! In fact, I think it looks pink, so I think it is yours. Oh, that's perfect. Ooh, I hope I bought 2 of these. Did I? Oh, good. Whew. I'm just looking at this pretty paper. And I think we didn't work with Winter Meadow enough last year, actually. It's a carryover from last year, but it's so pretty. And I'm not quite sure why we didn't use it, but we didn't. And it's in the catalog, and it is, I'm going to pop you guys down, actually. I just was curious what came in the mail today. I was actually, not in the mail, but you know what I mean. I'm going to pop you down here. And hi Susan, how you doing, hon? Oy, oy, oy. What are you looking at? Whoa, that is a lot of mess going on there. Hold on. That is where my creations go when they don't get glue. All right, here we go. Oh, and I know I do this. That closes us in a little tiny bit. Ha, ha, ha. All right. I know that Facebook, you know that I said this already. Facebook has done something, and instead, hi Keisha, instead of having sort of like a that, it's done a this. And it's like, no. I'd still like it to be like this, kind of, you know what I mean? So you get all of this foolishness that you didn't used to get. And when I narrow it, it doesn't just go that way, it goes, anyways, blah, blah, blah. All right, so question of the day. What am I going to use? I didn't know what was in this box, to be honest. And I don't know for sure how I will use that. Hang on. Coming at you. It is a Monday. I was looking out while I was sitting on my deck thinking, what should I do when I'm living in a shoe? What haven't I worked with lately? Everything, lots of stuff. You know what I haven't worked with is Beauty of the Deep. Oh, and we could be inspired. So head over to Creativity for Everyone. The links, if you roll back a couple videos, there's links in a couple places for the creativity group. It is fabulous, and a few girls, a couple new ones, thanks for joining and posting already. But a few, there's been a couple great posts. I did this and issued the challenge out, and one of the gals, Connie, landed herself one with the wild wheat. Was beautiful, beautiful example. And so, yeah, what am I trying to say about this? Oh, Allie had just posted a, and I don't know if it's from this set or not, but it had an anchor. No, it must be a different set that has the, what do you call it? The, oh, for goodness sakes, Lori, use your words. Calm down. I always feel really like, oh, I gotta talk really fast right now. Allie, a lighthouse. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so what is everybody up to this weekend? What did we all do? Hi, Linda, how you doing? So I got my, oh, that's not the one I mean. I got my frayed grosgrain. Now, I am Lori LaRose, by the way. I never did say that, but I'm Lori LaRose. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 21, just about 22 years. So close now. We should have a party in October, hey? But grosgrain, I honestly just dismissed this. I was like, no. Bleh. I have spools and spools and spools of grosgrain, and I think some of it might be narrower than this, and in every color imaginable, like every color. It is narrower. Actually, the old grosgrain was actually even narrower than this, but it's kind of a stiff, usually a stiff ribbon, and this one is actually really, really, you can see it's really whoop-de-doo. What does it look like as a bow? I just was had a little mini share during a on-site thing, and so it makes a really nice bow. Kind of a fat bow, but not a giant bow, but a big enough bow, let's face it. And I have no scissors. Oh yes, I do. Could I make it a bit smaller? Maybe. What does it look like if it's smaller? I'm gonna make another one smaller because that one's kind of nice. Let's see what happens here. So last night, hi Renee, I was thrilled. I went outside. I had read somewhere or saw something that the meteor showers were supposed to be happening tomorrow, right? Or yes, last night, I mean, not tomorrow. And oh, this does make a smaller one too. And so I thought, oh, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was looking actually for my Costco card. I know that seems really odd and random at midnight, but I was out at the car and I was walking back to the house and I was like, oh, dang, I'm supposed to be out here looking at the stuff. Do you see me fussing like crazy with this? Ay, 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 ay. And so I gave a shout. Carrie, my husband, was still awake. And so I was like, Carrie, come out. We're supposed to watch meteor showers. So, okay, he said. So he came out with me. And we sat out there. And as soon as we get out, I always say, it's hilarious to me. I think it doesn't matter when you go out. The first thing you see is a huge, giant meteor. And it's like, whoa! So then you're like, oh, yeah, I could stay out here forever. And then it's like 20 minutes before you see another one. It's like, how did it happen the minute I was out here? My daughter joined us. And sure enough, another one went by just as she was coming out. See, it was just coming out just when the people come out. Anyways, okay, am I going to do something with this? Yes, I am. I think I will. It'll be a pretty simple card, but let's play with it. It does have dies. Let's see what's the dies. Anyways, this ribbon ties really nicely, and it definitely does do a smaller bow. So what could that go on? Let's see, this little guy, he could look nice on here. That'll look kind of pretty. I actually made a bow for this one after the fact, and it looked quite lovely. I don't know what I did with it, that particular bow. What else am I thinking? On a happy birthday, this bow could look kind of nice. So is this the bow? I think this is the ribbon that we're working with for the fall. We're already made the decision that we're going to work with changing leaves. And that is a free with the purchase of a, as I wrote in my ad, curated cart. I'm trying to stay away from the words sweet because it's not a Stampin' Up! Suite, it's a Lori made up suite. And definitely trying to stay away from the words bundle because it does include the Changing Leaves bundle, but it also includes a paper and ribbon. It's about $114. So it's sweet priced and sweet priced, but it's a suite, not just the bundle, if that makes sense. With that purchase through my store, you get a month long of crazy, wonderful inspiration, ideas, and teachings for a whole month, plus being part of the most amazing community you'd ever want to. This is fantastic. What set was it that I was looking at that oh, it's this. It's not quite this tree. Is it not this one? I think it is. It's the new something forest. Festive forest? No, it's not festive, is it? What is that new word? Not this one, but there's a smaller tree. And although it does look like a tree, it also very much looks like coral. I'm going to go and cut out these corals actually because we probably will end up using them. I'm going to cut, I'm going to do this one in, is this the ribbon that's slightly frayed? Yes, Keisha, yeah, it is. And it's super soft because the fraying, they've stitched it along and kind of taken off that stiff edge, but they've stitched it so it doesn't continue to fray. And like I said, I'm just looking at it. Okay, I'm changing my mind on this one just because I have the right piece of paper here. Oh, what are our colors of the week? Lemon lime? No, what is the color of the week? Golly, I don't remember. Color of the week. So over on the Creativity for Everyone site, we have colors of the week, a color of the month, which now that it's not July, it's not red anymore. As a Canadian, I did have the color of the month being real red, I think. Or was that just the first week? Oh, azure is the color of the month. What is the color of the, not lemon lolly. I should be on the hook to use that. I gotta knock that out. Oopsie. I'm gonna do, oh yeah. So I meant to do this in Blackberry Bliss, and I think I still am gonna run it through Blackberry Bliss. There's some of the dies coming out for this set. I am going to grab a little piece of dies. So I feel like it's almost too late to start this month, but if you want to buy the Spotlight Curated Suite with me, Touch Base, it's kind of almost never too late. But, oh my gosh, come on little purple. This is why I'm not using the purple, because I can't find any. Which is just about weird to think. Here's something. Oh, still tiny. Oh, I have little crumbs of Blackberry Bliss all over the place, teasing me. It's just teasing me, you guys. Here's a piece. Oh. You're like, don't you put it away? Have you watched my shows? Of course I don't put it away. Oh my gosh, have you been to my room? A couple of the people that watch here would be able to tell you that. Oh no, she doesn't put it away. You just saw a piece of my desk. Oh, this might be better. All right, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna need a piece of white to work on. I'm just gonna make a simple card. And I'm gonna cheat for a black background. I'm gonna learn a little technique. Hang on. Stay tuned. Let's go 5. So I'm going to cut this piece of paper 5. Oh, did you see my hideous nail? My apologies for how awful it is. Oh dear. Oh no. Where's the other one? Oh no. Oh dear. If you're wondering what I'm oh-dearing, I really don't like to lose a die. So believe it or not, hi Susan, I am very careful actually with my dies. It doesn't look like it as you see me toss them away here. But I just have already misplaced my little tiny, this guy. And I wouldn't have thought anything except when I went to pick up this piece of paper, the other die, this die was in the really weird spot, making me feel like I grabbed both of those dies. So that'll be the first thing I do in a few seconds. Okay, so this is the coral, and it has all these little bits and pieces. So they all have to come out, obviously. They are popping out quite nicely. I think this set has the potential to have 4,000 things, actually. I'm going to work with it again tomorrow night, I think, you guys. I think I need to pay it some tribute. This is a beautiful set, and it's deep summer. This would be a great set as well if people were going on cruises or whatever like that too. Yeah, you know what I mean? Anyways, okay. All right, so get rid of the Christmas tree because that's just messing with your mojo. And then everything else in here cuts out. Look at this cool thing. Whoa! That looks like a mouse with its tail, just the die. Maybe I could do something like that, but it's the fish, in case you were wondering. All right, I am going to see how this goes. Let's see what we do. The glass mat. So you need to use up your dies, you guys. Not your dies. You should use your dies. That's your challenge this week. Use your dies. What can I do here? There, that'll be good. All right. Sorry about all that mess over there. I can't go any narrower though, for goodness sakes. Hi, Wendy. Looking for a block. I'm going to add some ink onto a block. I'm going to try geez, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I am going to try one thing. Oh, for goodness sakes. How can I have 1,000 blocks and then when I want the one that I want, I can't find it? I know, it seems unbelievable, eh? All right. This is actually not a Stampin' Up! Block, I don't think. But I'm going to use it anyways. Because actually it's a really good size. It's not even the size I was wanting, but it's going to work. Okay, so, ooh, how big is that? Oh, it's too big. Maybe that other one will be too big too. Hang on a second. I'm glad I checked that before I started working with it. Hang on. Hang on. Here's this one I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, so it's really long. I think it'll be okay. Maybe. Yeah, I think it should be good. Be cool. I'm going to put some ink on here, and then I'm going to stamp it down. This is what I was, look at my nail. Oh my gosh. I went up at one point to try and get it off, but then I forgot what I was doing up there, and I've come back down. Okay, I think we're going to work with Azure because that's the color of the month, and I'm going to guess that probably Keisha may have told me what color, but of course I couldn't see what the color of the week is. I see somebody new came on here, but Maureen. Hello, Maureen. Okay, so I'm going to go. Look at that. It's crazy. That's like all bubbly. That might be kind of neat. I'm going to let that sit for a couple seconds and see if it gets more bubbles and see what that looks like. Maybe it'll look great. I wonder if I need it to be on a cushy. I'm going to find a little cushy. So we have, I feel like I put away the little gray Stampin' mat frequently. Let's say that, frequently. And every time I go, after I think I have put it away, it's never there. But then I feel like it's there the next time. Do you ever feel like there's little fairies in your world that they hide things just when you need them? All right, well, I'm going to stamp straight onto the hard mat so you'll see what that's like. So it's gotten quite bubbly and weird. That's awesome. I'm going to go with it this way. And some of it will get covered up, so it's all good. Now, I do want it to be square, though. So I guess if I line this up and utilize this good, it might be good, hey? So I'm coming in here. And I'm going to squish it down. This should be interesting. It didn't squish very much. To me, it should smoosh. To me, I should see more smooshing than I'm seeing. But I think one option definitely is to spray with some water. I think, and that's why I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to do this. But maybe I'll quickly show tomorrow night, just as a background, this technique with, I think I have seen them use blender pens on here, and then they spray it with alcohol. I think, but I don't want to wreck my block by doing that. These are water-based, so I know they're no problem. 92% sure I could clean off the alcohol with a thing. Okay, that didn't work at all. It's interesting. Okay, well, that's okay. It's just not quite the look I want, but it is kind of pretty. I'll use it for like a winter scene. Hang on, I'm just gonna go get another piece of paper and try again. I definitely need a Stampin' mat. Give me 1 second to really find one. Come on, come on, come on. Come on and twist again. All right, quit moving, start dancing. Holy cow. Vicky, is that guy's name Vicky Martin? Vicky, is that guy's name Brian Martin that you put me on to? The guy dances every morning for like whatever he's allowed by Facebook to play music, and he dances. I did a nice job of having that straight though, hey? All right, so I want to find the ink pad. Oh, for goodness sakes, here it is. I'm just gonna re-ink the pieces that got inked, and we'll try this again. So I'm just going straight on there. And then I did find my thing in case you're like, who are you? And you're a nut, Lori. Yes, I am. Sorry about that. I'm not sorry that I'm a nut, but I am. Ouch. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna put this right up against the side and see if I can make this beautiful again. And then I'm gonna come in here. Oh, I have no dotted lines. Never mind. Okay, hopefully. Cross your fingers, you guys. Now, it's still, I think you do need to spray it for sure, for sure. So even on the squishy, I'm getting more squish, you can see, but it's not doing that right there at all. All right, I'm gonna have to spray it. I thought the bubbles would help. All right, again, not bad. Do you know why I'm not spraying it? Well, A, I didn't think I'd need to, and B, not positive I have spray white handy. So I was being lazy. All right, one more. Making all sorts of backgrounds. This will be the real one. I'm gonna spray it with some sort of bluey green color, and it'll be a beautiful combination. So I have a whole lot of these guys. This one looks like it could be Coastal Cabana. Coastal Cabana. And maybe I hardly need any more if I'm going to have the Coastal Cabana on here. But we'll do more ink, and we're going to run it together in a big blur today. Let's see what happens. All right. So you guys can't see what I'm going to be doing because I'm going to do it over my... oh, and I am going to do it on the this again, though. I'm just going to do it over my garbage can so that it doesn't spray everywhere and make a mess. Ooh, 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 ooh. I sprayed quite a lot. It's a very inky mess. Ooh. And I can make it run all over. So, everywhere except where I want it to go. There it comes. No, it's blocking it. Come on. I don't want those bubbles there. I could probably run my finger through there. I'm getting my fingers all inky anyways. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over and give her. Ready? Ah! Ah! That's what I want. Now that's an aquarium. All right, question. Do I leave it there for a second or lift it fast? I'm going to lift it fairly quick and straight up. And then I think while it's still wet, if I really wanted to, I could tilt it, have it run. And I don't really want that layer there. I'm just going to daub that off. Okay, isn't that pretty? That's gorgeous. So now some people wouldn't like, there's my nail, some of my nail polish. Some people wouldn't like that it went outside the line. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not bad. The one thing that if you also didn't think you could be very straight, generally, you could tape around here, I guess, as well. But anyways, that's nice. Your hands, of course, now are a mess. I'm just going to hit this with some ink, some heat, I mean to say. So just the heat gun for a second. And I'm heating it from the back and the front. I'm hoping that as it dries, it'll flatten a bit as it's starting to really curl. And I think it is flattening. Yes, it is. Nice. All right. So I could play this two sides, two ways, but I think I'll keep that at the top there. That's pretty. Okay, so now I can move that guy off. And then I'm going to, so those I'll use another day. Those are pretty. This one's more pretty than that one even, actually, in a way. But just even putting something like this, sorry, my arm's in there. And then if I had a little flower or something and a big fat bow, oh yeah, it's fabulous. Card made. Happy birthday. Who wants that? Okay, this is okay. I feel like if I'm going to pretend like we're nature, that's more the color of coral I've seen in my life. There is red fire coral for sure. Gorgeous coral. I bet in my varied life, how many of you knew that I was a training to be a dive master at one point? I almost said I was a dive master. I definitely was training to be a dive master out in Honduras when I was younger. And I loved it. So many cool dives. Anyways, okay. Okay, so in this, there's also this cool leaf. There was a stamp set, and I actually did sell it, but there was a stamp set that actually had this as a die. It was like a notebook one, and it was in like for 4 months. And when somebody wanted it, I thought, I will probably never get a chance to use it, and if you would love it, better you than me. So I gave it up. I love fan coral. It's definitely dark purple. Oh, I could make a whole nother thing with just that. And would this look good over top of this? Oh, maybe I will stamp that. Oh, okay. Oh, I did not know these are red rubber. Woohoo, my favorite from the old days. I do love me a red rubber stamp set. The placement's a little bit harder now that we're less practiced, I guess I would say. Oh, this is big. You know, it's weird. It does not say that this is not the same size. So I guess it is, but it is the same size. It looks much bigger as the rubber stamp, doesn't it? To you? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to stamp this with the purple. It is really big. But I'm going to still give it a try. So I'm going to grab my Blackberry Bliss, which is one generation ago in ink pads. I have several generations of ink pads in my house, starting from the very, very first one more than 22 years ago. Well, yeah, I bought it in September of 2000, whatever it would be, 2002. Jeez, was it? No, it couldn't have been. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Okay, this is a mess. I'm going to put that somewhere. So I have to not put my... I may have lost one of these. When they're really messy, I think I was throwing them in the garbage. Like, not to throw them away, but just to have them someplace safe out of the way of all my other paper stuff. And my husband, sweet man that he is, was taking garbage to town one day. And I know for a fact, how would you even think that there'd be something in the garbage that doesn't belong in the garbage? That's just insane, Lori. And so I'm pretty sure, fortunately, initially I honestly thought it was my giant, like $22, like the giant 4x6 one kind of thing, but I found it. And I also thought I lost this guy because I had just been working with them. And of course, when I work with this, your block gets all messy. And so I was just like, oh yeah, for sure. I just throw it in the trash can. And I thought, oh dear. But nope, it wasn't in there. I had actually cleaned it in the bathroom. Phew. Okay, so I think I want that little piece there to be flat down here. So it's going to be like this. Interesting. Okay, hopefully for the best. Cross your fingers. So we don't need to have a little rubber mat or a little foam mat underneath this because there's foam on your red rubber. It's right there. So there it is. Hi, Marlene. How you doing, hon? Did you have a good weekend? Oh, that's kind of pretty. And then we'll put this right over top of it. That's nice. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to just stick that down there because that's what's going to happen with it. No matter what else goes on, that's happening. I could have a little fish behind there, but that's more thought than I can think on this day of lollygag. And I have to tell you, it's been kind of lovely. My daughter's home for a couple days. She's been training and working hard with her swimming and stuff, and she goes back to teaching here in like the week or whatever. So this is, she calls this her spit it out, Laura, go ahead, sabbatical week, which is a funny name to me, for me, in my mind. It's a funny name. And so she is here, and my cousins up the road are dear as anything. So they came down. My mom had us over for lunch, essentially, is what I'm trying to tell you. And so I could do everything. I could do it totally monochromatic now, aside from the blue. Everything could be Blackberry Bliss. Huh. Maybe I will stamp him in Blackberry Bliss, actually. So he needs to be on a piece of paper that I can cut out. Here we go. So nice to have just random pieces of paper hanging around the table. So I'll stamp that there. Anyway, so we went all over to her house, and then we were still hanging out over at her house and hanging out a little longer. And I was like, well, I'm going to go over to my house, and I have an espresso machine. So I was like, I'm going to go make a latte. And everybody's like, me. So 5 lattes later, they thought I was maybe watching a movie while I was over here. I was working really hard and really efficiently, I thought. But yeah, they take a few seconds. All right, what did I just do with these dies? I put them to the right or the left, you guys. Where did the dies go? There they are. Hi, Doreen. Okay, I'm just about to cut out. I'm mussing around, Doreen. Sorry, I had a girlfriend in university. Her name was Doreen. So if I use your wrong name once in a while, let me know. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to do a catalog launch. And I was thinking the other day, I'm doing it out of Innisfail, which Calgarians could come up to. Red Deer definitely, absolutely can come to, 100%. And of course, I'm hoping that some of the Innisfailians that came the last time will come again. A couple of my Rockyites came. Oh good, it didn't work. It didn't work too bad. It moved just a smidgen. I didn't tape it down. I was being lazy, and I wondered if it had moved altogether. This little guy is usually, see, not yellow usually. I think I might add a little yellow. But if I wanted to keep going with just the monochromatic idea, that could be some of it already. Anyways, I don't know really what I'm saying. Oh, I could kind of custom it somewhere. Like, right, if I can find a place. And honestly, if you have a 4 friends and y'all want me to come and play with you, do like a little mini lunch in your living room, I could spend 4 hours with you and your friends stamping and making cards. All right, so this little guy. So if I leave it like that, that's cool. I could stamp this and maybe have him in there too. Let's do it. Oh, he's nice too. Oh, I'm looking for, what do you call it? Lori. I am looking for, what is this little guy? Oh, it's a sea urchin. Oh, don't step on those, just FYI. This is what I'm kind of looking, I'm wondering what this one will look like. Okay, I'm going to stamp that. So, know that in my mind, hi Sharon, in my swimming mind, the dark Blackberry Bliss is exactly, things lose their color down deep. Oh, I didn't finish my story about my Aurora Borealises, I don't think. So I was just looking out. So I just looked out my window and there's a really neat cloud across behind some trees about over there, and the blue and the, yeah, just all of a sudden reminded me. So we were looking at meteors. I have no idea why I stopped telling you the story. And then my husband was like, okay, I'm going in. There was mosquitoes were bugging us and we were laying in the wet grass and whatnot. So it was like not the most comfortable experience, but I was hopeful. So I continued, I persevered, I guess you could say. So anyways, he went in and that was all good. And then I was getting up, and so then I happened to notice the Aurora Borealises looked like they were pretty active. So the Aurora usually here at home are kind of just whitish. They're not like the pictures that you, if you went over to my personal page, the pictures that you saw are great. So this is almost right. It's a dark enough color. I don't know, when I cut this out, I'm sure it's going to be not very, not viney is not the word I want to use. How did I just have the dies and now they're gone again? How does that happen? Oh, here they are. I gotta have some sort of better head. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be pretty solid. Solid as a rock. Quite a bit of white. Okay, I'm gonna cut these. I'm gonna do 2 of these guys. And I think I'm gonna stamp the other one in olive, because between being dark but being really murky, it has to be. Oh, really murky. I just totally described Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow is the color that you'd see under the water. All right, so what is my story I'm telling you? Oh, the Aurora Borealises. So I'm seeing them, and then I'm seeing pink, which you really don't see that around here very often. And I'm thinking, so I look again, and then I look at my camera, I take a picture, and it's this gorgeous magenta pink. And I'm like, wah! And you can kind of see it, but you can't. Like, you, honestly, it's like me stamping. Sometimes, you know how I make you imagine? It was sort of like that. Oh, that is stinking gorgeous. Oh, I like that. Okay, where'd that little other piece go? I'm going to stamp it again, too. And so it, oh, I have too much stuff around here. So anyways, I go running back to the house, like it's going to disappear in 3 seconds, which it can be kind of finicky, but I don't think it's that finicky. I was like 4.5 seconds away from the house, right? And so I go running back to the house, and I'm like, oh, good. So my daughter who's visiting is here. So I'm like, oh, come. It's really cool. And Carrie's in the shower, actually. I'm like, so I'm showing it to him in the shower. I'm like, well, okay, I'm running back out. See you later, kind of thing. And he's like, okay, why is this? Oh, it goes this way. Oh my goodness. Okay, with this little guy, don't get frustrated. Just turn it around the other way like it belongs. I was like, why isn't this fitting? My first thought, with our photopolymer, they can bend really a lot. And I thought, oh, I've bent this wrong. But I'm like, usually that doesn't happen with the red rubber. So this little guy here, I don't think you can see, but I'll move it up. This little tong, sorry for making you bounce. There's a little tiny white spot here, there's a little dot right there, and you'll want to be able to see that stem to know that you're cutting out the stem. So when you get it all lined up and you think, oh, there it is. If you're not seeing the stem in there, you need to move this till you see that stem, up or down or whichever. So in this case, I don't know if you noticed that I went up, and then then you still want to look at everything. But that's the final check, is to see if there's ink in there, because there should be ink in there. Oh, and I hate when I get it all lined up and I don't have a piece of tape ready. Pull your piece of tape off, then line it up. Have this on your finger. Line it up. Goodness sake. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so you need to check a couple places when you're cutting out. And then the final check is down here. And then you check again. Well, I guess my final check is always 2 places, but I'm going to go cut this out. Hey, oh, that's a pretty name. Alexina. Alexina? Alexina. 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 Is that how you say that? Alexina. I like it. Anyways, so I go running back to the house. Ariana comes out with me, and she's like looking at it, and it looks like white clouds in her eyes. And she, because she doesn't know kind of what she's looking at, she doesn't see the dark magenta patches that I'm seeing with my bare eye. She's like, I wish I could see that. Like, my night vision's not very good. I'm like, I don't know if it's night vision. Anyways, then she got into the technology of it. So then she was out for like an hour, because we didn't come right back. Carrie's like, it's got to be good. So he came out, and yeah, together we were out, and it was so fun. So I've gone out a couple times by myself, but it's really rich when you go out with like your loved ones. Okay. So full disclosure, I will probably, just because I don't want a bunch of white. I know, you know what? Okay, it won't matter. This is going to be on the white part. So because I'm going to kind of tuck this in here, because it's going to be on the white part, I'm fine with it. If not, that I'm a little, like, I'm lovely here. Do you know what I mean? I'm almost too close. Oops, and I'm way too close here too. Just a second. But that white I can deal with. So I think I might do it like that. I'm glad that didn't get glued down. That wasn't intentional, was it, you guys? Anyone that was been here the whole time is like, Laura, you got lucky as stink. You glued that down. Susan, it would be your fault if it didn't work, just so you know. And then I wonder if I can put this right here too. I get to kind of just like that. And then I'd like this fish to be up here. And I might need to make him a different color. I'm just going to have him swimming along here. Yeah, I like that guy there. I see angelfish, aren't they yellow and black? Maybe, I guess I'll maybe, is he yellow and black? I wonder. I feel like he's supposed to be yellow and black. Where's my black ink? Here it is. Let me cut him. I'm going to do him again. And I'm going to do him in. Looking for a red rubber stamp on a thing. Come on. Did I take it off and put it somewhere? Probably. Here he is. Yes, I did. All right. Woo. And I'm just going to let him sit for 5 seconds and let the ink go off of him. Nice. And I'm going to cut him out, I think. Even though that's going to make him hard to color a little bit, but just to give him that extra couple seconds to not bleed. I find that the yellow picks up my black ink as much as I love stamping. So again, this is the same dealio with that thing I was saying. Line up your guy so that you think, oh, that looks great. And then it's not, though, because his little fins are not in there at all. And so I need to move it quite back, actually. Oof. Where are you, guy? There. All lined up with places to go. Okay, I'll be right back. I could cut this on my little mini, but oh, I can. Look at me. If you are a camper, you might love to have this little guy, just FYI. If you have some $6 coupons that you're like, I'd like just to splurge on something mad, this one is kind of cute just to have. Depending on how you have your room set up. How cool is that I didn't have to run all the way around and I could get it done. Definitely if you like camping and taking a little pile of stuff out camping, your little mini is a definite plus. You have to be careful. Some of the embossing folders, of course, won't work. And then I'm just going to color him with a little bit of yellow. And dark daffodil. Just here and here. He also could be blue. Couldn't he? I think. Oh, and up here too. Oh, I think I might have just went out of the lines there, but I think it's okay. Okay. Yeah, I think he's a little bit too not quite right. Come out of there, you. Get out. And he's shouldn't have a yellow face. I'm gonna bring in a little bit of I'm gonna do a little pool party. Ooh, a dark pool party, that'll be good. I'm not liking that. I think he is supposed to be yellow, but I don't like it. I'm changing him. I'd have to research him a bit, but anyways, okay, there he is. He's going to be swimming along here. I want him here. What are the words for this set? Where's my thing? Right here. No words. Okay. Freedom. La, 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 la. All right. So I can use any words I want. Dun, 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 dun. So I think that just thinking of you would be good. What do I got right here? Happy. You make me happy. You make me happy. That's a little bit too big. Oh, unless I do it in the middle. I don't love that. What do you guys think? I won't do that one just because it's the wrong color. Know that I know that. That might not be bad up there actually, hey? I'm very much more of a person having it down at the bottom, but that actually might not be so bad. Hi, Kathy. I think I kind of like that. So I could have that done, and I think I would do it in maybe the blue then if I was going to do that. This happy birthday is just a little bit too large. Unless I did the happy and the birthday maybe. This is just the outlines. No, I don't like playing with that. And I don't think I have any more of those words. Just one second while I find some words that I'd like to think. That could be his home. I could say from our home to your home. I was just playing with the home set the other day, right? I have a big hello. Thank you. A big hello in blue. Let's see what this looks like. Hello. And he's swimming amongst it like it's a shipwreck. So I could do it in the blue. Let's see what it looks like in the darker. No. So I could have the hello. Hello. And he's like swimming. Help! Let me out of here. Good sakes. I don't know why my fingers, I can't lick them at all. I'm just trying to find a little eraser to move him. Ugh, there. Oh. Clearly my eraser is still got some pink stuff on it. I don't know what the heck. Anyways, okay. I have a little azure, so we're going to stick it onto an azure. I kind of like that big hello. What do you guys think of that big hello? And I could, no, that's not a layer. I was just thinking, is this a layer? That is a layer. Let's see what this looks like. Not sure that I like those as a layer, but you know what? It might be kind of neat. It's kind of weird, but doing the layer and then having this bumped up. Is sometimes kind of fun, right? It's hard for you to see maybe, but there. So you have the two layers of the color. Oh, I love that. Hi, Donna. Now, do I want a little bow? Definitely not my big bow. And I lost my little bow. Because that was, 10 minutes ago. Oh, here's a bow. I don't think this one's going to be what I want. No, looks a little bit heavy. You know what? What is this called in some language? Striped trim has an iridescent. I think that might be kind of neat. Where? I'm not sure. It's going to pick up the purple and the blues and make some green for the water. And it'll look like it's a little fishy. Nice. Now this one's, how many inches is this? This is 3/4 inch, is it? Maybe? So it's kind of thicker. So I can put that there. Or I could put it up here by the words. Oh yeah, I like it up by the words, I think. I probably would prefer it to be smaller. I'm going to cut a piece. I'm going to cut this piece. I'm going to cut this piece. This is just a trial. I'm going to cut, there's 1, 2, 3. So these are pretty decent kind of material scissors. I'm hoping I'm cutting it fairly straight. Kind of lucky there's a line. I'm hoping it's kind of even. I'm doing it a little bit unsuredly, so it might not be. Those should be the same. Now, it's crazy because it's easier to tie with the same material, the smaller bow. I'm going to cut off a bunch of it. There'll be a little bit of fray going on. Oh, the pretty color went away. So you don't want to fuss too much after you get it going, but I definitely don't want this much bow in the water with my fish. Much prettier. Oh, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Doreen. Doreen just typed, I could just tie a little bit of a knot, and she's right, that would have worked. Cutting it, I think that works okay too. And I could make it just a little bit tinier, but I'll do that with clean fingers and stuff. But there you go. There's my little card for the day. Doo, 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 doo. So I hope that you like that. I hope that you think this is kind of fun. I do come on without knowing what I'm doing. Like, literally wasn't even sure of the set today. Even though, like, 45 minutes ago, I thought, what should I do today? And I kind of was hopeful that something was going to be in the box. But anyways, so again, probably this one won't become an Instagram either. But sometimes if you would rather just see how the card looks in like a minute, you can head over to the Instagram, and I have several reels over there. I think they're quite entertaining, if I do say so myself. My coloring is like in about 4.5 seconds. It's quite fun. And how I put the card together is on there in like a much faster time. But this is a total exploratory time. So I appreciate you hanging out with me to see where I'm going next with it, and see if I ever finish any stories. But anyways, yes, the Aurora Borealis, we were lucky. We were treated to a real special gift in my mind. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. That's a special gift for me too. And I will see you all live tomorrow night, right back here at 8. I'm also open to suggestion. If you're like, hey, I'd love to see you work with a blah, 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 I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll give that a try. And like I said, that's what I was trying to sort of say. If you have a small group of gals and you're like, would you come and stamp with us? Somewhere in about an 1.5 hour radius of my central Alberta Rocky place, I would say yes. Well, thank you, Alex. Now, I'm hoping am I saying your name sort of right? Alexina? I want to put it really all together. It's pretty. My girl is Ariana, so see? Ariana, Alexina. All right. I love it. I think it's a beautiful spelled name. Hopefully I'm making it as pretty as it should be. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you again. Bye-bye.